Good afternoon, everyone. Breaking now, the deputy who shot and killed Senior Airman Roger Fortson has been terminated.
The Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office revealing just an hour ago that Deputy Eddie Duran was fired following the completion of an internal investigation. The investigation determined Duran's use of deadly force was not objectively reasonable and therefore violated agency policy. This is separate from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement's investigation, which will determine if Duran should be criminally charged. On May 3rd, Duran was directed to Fortson's apartment by people at the complex who reported a disturbance. Body cam video shows Duran knocked 3 times. When Fortson answered the door, he was holding a gun by his side. The sheriff's office says Duran confirmed that Senior Airman Fortson did not physically resist him, and the investigation concluded that Fortson did not point the gun at the deputy. Sheriff Eric Aiden said in a release, this tragic incident should have never occurred. The objective facts do not support the use of deadly force as an appropriate response to Mr. Fortson's actions. Mr. Fortson did not commit any crime. By all accounts, he was an exceptional airman and individual.
All right, so what you saw there was a news report detailing the results of the internal investigation, which resulted in Eddie Duran, the police officer who shot and murdered Senior Airman Roger Fortson, and he ended up getting terminated. Now, to me, this should not stop there. There needs to be criminal charges because this was a completely avoidable incident. It was. And Florida is an open carry state. So for Mr. Duran to shoot first and ask questions later, that was unacceptable on his part. It was. Because there was nothing that Senior Airman Fortson did that justifies deadly force. The deadly force triangle has not been met. There was no opportunity. There's no capability. Well, he had the capability and he had the opportunity, but he did not have the intent. That's the deadly force triangle. Anybody that's been in the military, anyone that didn't done time in law enforcement, they know about the deadly force triangle: opportunity, capability, and intent. When the man's gun pointing down, that tells you right there he had no intentions on doing anything. So why did Officer Duran be reckless in his actions? There needs to be criminal charges, at the very least, manslaughter, at the very least. So once again, where's the NRA? Where are all these advocates at talking about the Second Amendment, right? Because when George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin, all these people talk about Second Amendment. When you had that one guy going opening fire at that school out in Uvalde, Texas, you have people talk about Second Amendment. So anytime somebody white is at the target of something, then we always talking about Second Amendment. But if somebody black is victimized by gun violence, whether it be at the hands of police or everybody else, then we're not talking this Second Amendment stuff. We're not keeping the same energy. I wonder why. I wonder why these gun rights advocates and the NRA and all these other activists out here ain't screaming Second Amendment. Where are you people that out there talking about, oh, we got to back the blue? Once again, in the video I did last month, it's nothing more than selective patriotism. That's all it is. It's selective patriotism. So we're not going to honor all you people out there talk about, people need to respect the military, and you shouldn't disrespect the military and and disrespect the flag and all that other stuff y'all be saying, right? So what's up with this? We're not going to respect Senior Airman Fortson? We're not going to, honor this man's life and legacy? This man was unjustly murdered by this police officer here. All because this man decided to shoot first and ask questions later. He didn't even give the man a chance to respond to anything before he opened fire. This dude fired 6 rounds into the chest of Senior Airman Fortson. 6. And yet all he gets is fired. He has not gotten prosecuted yet. All you hear is, well, we got to let the process play out. We got to do due process. We got to do our due diligence. I don't know what is there to investigate. What is taking so long and handing out criminal charges to this guy? Because I'm telling you right now, if there was somebody black, and they ain't even got to be a police officer. All he has to be is black, and he get crimes projected onto him. It could be a woman just coming out of nowhere as this black person minding their business. It could be a white woman coming out of nowhere and talking about he raped me and he automatically getting put in prison. But this police officer here who committed this vile act is still on the loose. Make it make sense. That man needed to be arrested on the spot. Matter of fact, the day you fired him, the day that you decided that you're going to cut bait with this guy, that you're going to take his gun and badge, you should have taken them same handcuffs that was on his hip and put it on his hand and escort him to a jail cell. Instead of, well, we got to do our due diligence, we got to let the process play out. What is there to investigate? It's been going on a month, and there's no criminal charges on this guy. Oh, he gets fired. We suspended him without pay. He gets fired. Big deal. When Muhammad Noor shot Justine Diamond out in Minnesota back in the early I say around the mid to late 2000s. I say around 2000. When it happened, around 2012, 2013-ish, when Muhammad Noor shot Justine Diamond. Oh man, they wasted no time putting charges on his ass. I think it's 2012. I gotta look to verify the actual timeline. But I thought it was 2012 that when Muhammad Noor shot Justine Diamond out there in Minnesota. They didn't give him no grace period. They threw his ass in the clink right off rip. So, what the hell is taking so long? That's all I want to know. What is taking so long and they're getting criminal charges put on this guy? You guys let me know what y'all think about this, man. This was disgusting. This was such a foul, heinous, and shameless killing. Now, if you're not subscribing to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platform. Shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Hurt!